Oh, okay, okay. This should be fun. And by fun, I mean, the equivalent of wanting to pull my eyeballs out. But yeah, this live stream on YouTube at least is for everyone. I will give priority to the members, but yeah. Hello everybody. Hey Sam. Hello Alan. You expect a long bear market or a quicker one? I have been saying a quicker bear market. Yeah, Alan, I'm live on TikTok. Good morning, me. I've been saying that I thought this one would be shallower and quicker, and 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 it's the progression to the averages that we are at. We are ahead of schedule. So, hey, did you see that crypto is down? Yes. Will Johnson, it's over. It's actually it's so over that the over might be over soon. if that makes sense. So, hello Randy. My hair is turning gray. My hair is already gray, but welcome to the club. Keep losing money trying to play a bounce. Yeah. Yeah. I don't mess with that. Here's what you got to do. At some point you're going to need to accumulate, and then you're just going to have to be okay with losing money. So your prediction was correct, but it came sooner than you thought. It is definitely sooner. Yeah. Good morning, Albert. What's your handle on TikTok? WWBTC5. That's my backup account. So, do you think there will be any type of bounce? I mean, we're at the 200-week EMA. So, I wouldn't be surprised. It's hard to say. I mean, you can't catch a falling knife. This is insane. All right. But the 200-week EMA should offer some support. Let's see. Issue is the stock market now also looks cooked at, and that's at all-time high. Hello, Atrox. You could say that. I mean, I'm open to the possibility that the stock market's going to enter a correction. I don't think that we're entering a bear market in the stock market. But if so, if we're entering a bear market, or if we're entering, a recession or something like that, then crypto is going way lower. Yeah, how low are we going? I have my eyes set on the 200-week moving average, the 200-week SMA. That's currently at 58. I thought by the time we'd get there, it would rise to 65, but that might not be the case. So, I mean, you never know, man. We can go lower than that. Alex, when should we start loading alts bag or simple improve average of bags unfortunately holding? Here's a signal. You see XRP under $1. That's going to be a time. I'm going to buy some XRP at least. It's at $1.28 right now. I actually have a limit order for XRP just a little bit under $1. Maybe like 89 cents. Yikes indeed, that's for sure. He was always right about 2026. Let's hope so. It's still early in 2026. What do you think of Sui? Hello, Faisal. I wouldn't touch Sui. I wouldn't touch it yet. I'll be interested. I think the first ones that I'm going to buy when I buy back in are going to be the ISOs and, of course, Bitcoin. So I'm going to wait. Because here's what should happen after we bottom, whenever we bottom. We should chop. Now, there will be a bounce. There will be an initial bounce. But we should chop for a bit. So still waiting for April, yes. Our voice is low. All right. I'm just not, I need to move the microphone. So now we back up by April. No, I think we're bottoming in April. I mean, maybe we'll bottom sooner now. Sooner a good thing though, right? Sooner we bottom the better. I think so. Is it okay if I start DCAing into high caps? with Bitcoin under its previous cycle all-time high, like if you were to DCA into large caps, I just you will end up winning. You're just gonna have to be very patient. Arrow back to 12 cents, maybe. Wait, let me get some charts just in default on here. So, all right, Arrow is 31 cents. Yeah, maybe, man. Are we going to recover, bro? What's going on? We will recover. There will be euphoria again. I just, on a day like today, we can certainly go way lower. Steven, thanks for the follow. It's not Bitcoin that bothers me. It's the fact that everything else is also tanking. It's, you know what I think, guys? I actually think this market, this dump is being led right now by XRP and Solana. If you guys, now also by the stock market, just the stock market's doing really poorly. But if you guys remember, I warned you about XRP and Solana that once they lost their floors, they were going to lose them in a big way. And that's exactly what's happened. XRP is at $1.28, $1.29. Solana is at 84. I've been saying Solana to $50. And I think I hope it bottom. Well, no, I hope it bottoms out way lower than that, because Solana will hit a new all-time high again. So the lower it goes, the better. Prepare to buy. I don't buy on days like today. I buy on days after, like, with chops, unless I set super low limit orders. Could we go below 2022 bear market bottoms for anything other than Bitcoin? That's on the table. XRP under $1. That's where I'm buying XRP. Alex, what's with the green background? Every time I go live on YouTube, I go live with the green background. I have a green screen set up on YouTube so that people are seeing my computer screen on YouTube. I've been user 171. You've been around long enough that you've seen me go live plenty of times with the green screen. Hello, Dockier. All right, sorry. Zhao Wetson also thinks ETH's bottoms in Q2. Cool, man. Oh, Sakari, I saw your comment on, all right, October 5th. October 5th is the bottom, right? We'll see. My money's on not October 5th. Iran earnings today might be worth a punt as it sold off into the news. Maybe. Love in the blood, Matthew. Do you believe in Ondo long term? Yes. Yeah, I like Ondo. Near thoughts and Arrow. What thoughts do you want, man? Those are two that I'm just like, at some point maybe I'll be interested in those. Not right now. I have not for several months given any shown any interest in a large majority of altcoins. Arrow is right now back down to its April 7th bottom. I think it can go lower. I think a lot of these altcoins can go lower. Let's see. Dropping too quickly will bottom earlier. That's my thought. 100 billion volume on Bitcoin. I don't know, Juan, what the normal volume is, but I'm sure that's high. So you DCA when chopping, which roll maybe around May, July. Well, here's my deal. Those of you on YouTube, no, I'm not going to pull it up. The blockchain backer, follow him on X. He has a fractal that I think is really, it provides some short-term hope. Some hope that we're bottoming soon, at least with XRP. The XRP fractal shows something similar to what's going on right now, which is basically this hard dump where it feels like it's over, there's blood in the streets, we're going so much lower, and then that's actually the bottom. And so I'm not saying that XRP has bottomed out right now, but what I am saying is that we might be in the middle of that hard dump that actually gives us the bottom on an altcoin like XRP at least. And the fact that it's February right now and not like June that this is happening is really fascinating to me. So multi-cycle cockroaches are here. I don't know what you mean. vid maker, but yeah. Yeah, Sakari, for Bitcoin, you think October 5th. I disagree with you, but hey, it peaked on October 6th. We'll see. AVAX and Link hitting $5. AVAX is at 8.83. I think $5. I think that's in play. That is below its previous bear market bottom, but there's a lot more AVAX tokens in circulation right now than in 2021 and in 2022. Chainlink seems like more of a stretch. Chainlink holds up pretty well in comparison to a lot of other cryptos. Oh shoot, I mean it is below a level that I had as an area of interest. Maybe right back down to its previous bear market bottom. That's 552. It's a little lower than that. So alts completely cooked. Which alts would you hold multi-cycle? For example, Bitcoin, ETH, Sol, Sui. There's nothing I'm holding multi-cycle except for now. I'm willing to add Monero and Bitcoin Cash to the list aside from Bitcoin. But there's plenty of cryptos that I'm eager to buy at the proper time. So, all right. XPR Proton price prediction? No, I can't do price predictions right now. I'm sorry, man. How can anyone use any chart or cycle prediction when manipulation is so unbelievable? We don't know nothing. There's manipulation everywhere at Trox. I'm just not on board with that. I'm not on board with, with manipulation being a big enough thing that it's going to, manipulation is much more of a short-term thing than a long-term thing. Riot hitting weekly trend line. Guys, I've expressed a lot of bullishness in Bitcoin miners, and whenever we bottom, so I mean, you got to understand this might be more of a long-term perspective with Bitcoin miners, but the Riot chart still looks good. Could you call this a trend line? I mean, if we're just looking at from April of last year, I would say it's breaking below that trend line. But again, all right, Riot is going to do something in correlation with Bitcoin. I'm not worried about these Bitcoin miners. I've given my perspective on that for a while. I thought we were going to bottom in June. Didn't expect 68K today. Yeah. Sorry guys on TikTok. I am live on YouTube. I don't think I'm going to be able to keep up with the comments on TikTok. It makes sense that there's a lot of people in here. And World War Bitcoin on YouTube, I actually did open it up for the public today. It's usually just a members live stream. So head on over to YouTube if you want me to respond to your comment. Let's see. Sol back to $4. It didn't go to $4 last bear market. It went to $7. I would be so excited if Solana got to $4 or $7. If it got under $10, that would be awesome. Because Solana, people will use Solana for what they use it for, Solana hype and BRB are not dumping as much as I want them to be. We aren't going to those golden buy opportunities, it seems. I mean, BNB maybe not. Solana looks very capitulative right now. It looks like it has there's plenty of room for it to go down. Do you think XPR will fall? XPR, I really don't care about XPR right now. But okay, do I think it's going to fall to what? 0.0015. Yes, I do. Looking at this chart, yes. Those still holding have two choices, DCA or hold and pray. I'm sorry that you're still holding. You think ETH is going to 1,386, its last bear market bottom? Its last bear, that was the 2025 bottom. Its last bear market bottom was a little under $1,000. I could definitely see ETH going to 1,386. Let's see. Do you think the total market cap will be higher in 2027 than 2026? I think the total market cap in 2027 is going to be higher than it was in 2025. I'm very bullish for 2027. So I bought my alts last year, autumn, so pretty high in price. Recovery possible? Yes. Yeah. XRP below $1? I believe so. Alts are down 90%. You think they can fall another 90%? There's a saying about alts that I very much believe to be true. if you don't think alts can fall down another 90% after they've already dropped 90%, they can always drop another 90%. Always. Altcoins are trash. That's not the case for all of them. Let me back up for a second. They're not all trash, but like 99.9% of them are trash. So, anyway. Random question, what happens if all Bitcoin blocks have been mined? I mean, that's not going to happen until 2140. I wouldn't worry about it too much. But what I think is going to happen is that people are still going to run nodes to secure the network. So, Alex, is this true? In 15 years, Bitcoin has never started downtrend from previous all-time high. We blew past 69K. We went below the 2020 peak, or sorry, the 2017 peak in 2022. And so it makes sense to me that we would absolutely do it this time around too. Your opinion of Bitcoin 2, BC2? No opinion, Hassan. Absolutely not. I've been sidelined but want to get back in. Should I just sit on my hands and see how the next couple months play out? I would sit on my hands. Right now, I mean, you know, this is a saying in stocks and crypto. Don't try to catch a falling knife. Right now, crypto is a falling knife. Just wait for a little bit. There will be better entries, not better entries. There will be more confident entries. 58K bottom realistic. That's a 200-week moving average. The sound's gone. Can you guys hear me on YouTube? Why would the sound be gone? On YouTube. All right, sound is fine. It's you, Sakari. Which altcoins are not trash? Oh, come on, man. I made a video in December. I gave 4 categories of cryptos that I'm interested in. It doesn't matter what's trash or not. It matters what you can make gains off of. All right, so I'm going to have to ask you to watch that video that I made in December. Bitcoin 35K. I'm open to anything. I don't think it's going to 35K, but we'll see. Tau BitTensor is promotion right? It was promote. What? What alts are you buying when you hit your targets? Yeah, watch my Bitcoin playbook from my crypto 2026 playbook that I published in December of this year. It's on YouTube. I gave a long list of cryptos. Bubba says clueless. Yep. I'm clueless in the bear market and I'm a genius in the bull market. All right, let's see. Did you receive my email for the weekly? Oh, shoot, Matt, I'm sorry. It's not weekly. I'm too busy right now. I'll get you added on that list. Chad, thanks for the follow. This is not the bottom. We aren't halfway through the bear market. Yes, we are. It's not the bottom, but we are plenty of the way through the bear market. And I know, Sebastian, you're going to talk about the 4-year cycles. I'm thinking outside the box. Do you agree that we're in the bear market since 2024? For altcoins, yes. And this year we will bottom, yes. For the first time, I'm down like 30%. You keep me sane. I hope we recover to better times. We will. But we still have more down to go. MSTR, when would you buy that? Not yet. Now, MicroStrategy bottomed out at $13 last bear market. And thank you, Co, for the follow. And so it's not going back down to $13, but man, it went from $13 up to what? 543, something like that. I'm going to be buying a lot of MicroStrategy, but under $100. It's at $113.96 right now. I don't know exactly where, maybe around $50. So if we can get Solana sub $20, it would be an easy 10x. Absolutely. That's why I'm cheering for Solana to go lower, please. Sound is gone again. Sakari, I think it's you. It's not me. What's your live schedule? Every Tuesday and Thursday right now around this time. A lot of smart people have this mindset. Yeah, Solana will bottom 34. I could see that. I remember last bear market, I really wanted Doge to go to somewhere between 3 and 5 cents, and it bottomed out at 5.7 cents. That just broke my heart. Will you chart fib levels for Tau, please? It's difficult for Tau. I mean, I do have some fibs already on here. I mean, what do you want with the fibs, you know? Because I think Tau's going to go down like everything else. Sound is fine. New Fed chair coming. The Fed chair that Trump nominated is actually pretty hawkish historically. That shocked me. So you would think that after everything that Trump wants, that he would want a somebody who's just going to cut rates to zero. But this guy he nominated, I don't remember his name. He's actually really he's what I would want in a Fed chair, but that's not good for us short term. Would you say we're in a bear market? Yes. Yeah, plenty of people saying Q1 thinks that we are in a bear market. We're in a bear market, yeah. And I'm not criticizing you, Ricky. I'm criticizing everyone else. What do you think about Doge? I have some heavy bids at 8 cents. I think it's going down to its previous bear market bottom, maybe lower. Again, I'm live on YouTube. I'm not going to be able to answer all the questions here on TikTok. I'm trying to keep up on YouTube. World War Bitcoin on YouTube. Head over there. Your question will be answered. Idea of converting alts to Bitcoin, too late. You should have done that a while ago. It depends on the altcoin, though. Some of them are just absolute trash. So, Ned, I'm not going to be able to answer your question. I'm sorry. I know you're going to keep spamming it, but please stop. I'm not going to be able to answer it. You think these are good bottoms? Solana 50, BNB 500, Hyper at 10. I mean, I think Solana will go lower than $50. Binance at 500. I wouldn't complain about Binance at 500. It could definitely go lower than that. I mean, you're not trying to time the bottom or to nail the bottom perfectly. You're just trying to get a good level. I think Binance at 500. I think it'll get there. Hyperliquid at $10. That's too new for me though. Mr. Lutton, where's Ethereum going? Lower. Previous peak was 19K. Low got around 15K in 2022, so about 20% more would put us around 55K on target with a 200-week moving average. Yeah, wick below the 200-week. That sounds good. Everyone wants SOL to go lower, which makes me think it won't go as low. Bitcoin and ETH expensive for retail, so SOL is the most affordable blue chip. You might be right. Yeah, I would just, I'm not, you know, I want Solana to go lower, but that doesn't mean I think it's going to go lower. Haha. Thanks, Mr. Slew. Do you think we get a bounce anytime soon or just straight down? I mean, on a day like today, it's really hard to say anything about bounces. But Bitcoin right now I think it's going to hold the 200-week EMA as support. The 200-week EMA is like 68.5. So we have wicked below that, but I think we should bounce or at least chop from here. We should. So you think Pengu will ever surpass Doge? Probably not. Doge is just, it's a cultural phenomenon that I don't think Pengu's going to be able to overcome. Trying to gauge the next level down for Tau. I mean, listen, unfortunately, if it loses the level that it's at, you know, we're talking about going down to its launch day price. 120, that's best case scenario. Maybe $88, something like that. Chin up Michigan, bright days ahead. Oh, yeah. Kevin Warsh, there we go. Like how people in the Midwest say, I like to wash my dishes. I'm going to wash. Can you get me a washer? When Bitcoin reaches 50-ish, I'm buying half a coin. That sounds good, man. Warsh has flipped handpicked by percent. He's going lower rates short term, at least 12 to 18 months. Oh, okay. Good to know, Garrett. All right. Low for ETH 2026. It's hard to say on a day like today. Again, you know, I did say something like 1800. Could it go lower? Sure. All right. Opinion about BSV. I'd love to buy an $88 towel. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's see. BSV. I haven't looked at this chart in a long time. Oh, that looks terrible. No, I wouldn't touch that. No, thank you. It just looks like it's going to zero. Haha. Stop laughing at my Midwest draw. That's funny. King, thanks for the follow. I really like your sarcastic humor. It's easier when I'm like as much out of crypto as I am. You know, I can't imagine not having sold by now. And now what do you do? It's like, man, is Uniswap a buy? I mean, Uniswap's going down in a straight line. At some point, it's a buy for sure. Arush, thanks for the follow. Gunways, thanks for the follow. Chain, Ondo, Aerodrome, AVAX. My top alts, in your opinion, any you'd get out of? I mean, at this point, what do you say? You know, we're closer time-wise to the bottom of altcoins. Better Living Products, thanks for the follow. I guess just hold them. It's just the thing, some of those cryptos just have no floor. Ondo has no floor. Aerodrome might have no floor. Hello, Lavi. Gala. Ugh. Where do you see the market in May, June? I think the bottom, at least for altcoins, the bottom will have been in. No doubt. Let me not say no doubt. Very little doubt. For Bitcoin, I mean, it might go a little longer for Bitcoin. That's what happened in 2022. Live Trader, thanks for the follow. Can Ethereum go below 1900? Oh, yeah. Hello, Benji. Pretty much, unfortunately, a round trip, but no idea where we bought them. I know it's hard, man. I know it's hard to sell. You got to sell, man. Listen, I sold on October 17th. I sold most of my crypto on October 17th. I announced that on X. You just, it hurt. It really hurt to sell at that time. Want to cut my losses? Don't feel like it's worth it. At this point, it might not be worth it. Hope Bitcoin doesn't go below 66666. Game over. It probably will. Gala, Will Johnson, Gala Games, crypto gaming, the biggest scam of all time. Not really. I'm being a little sarcastic. Where do we go from here? You know, there another one that has no floor. It's at 0.4 of a cent. Calvin Hill told you it was going to go to 85 cents. It's at 0.4 of a cent. All right. I mean, maybe it'll fill the bottom of the liquidation wick at 0.002. I don't know, man. All right, is Tau at a good entry? It's, you know, if we can find some support here, this is a fine entry for a swing trade, but I think it's going lower. Instead of cutting losses, I'm thinking about DCAing. Am I an idiot? I wouldn't DCA right now, but that's just me. You know, a lot of people preach DCA. They just DCA. I'm waiting for things to go lower, but I'm also waiting for things to get really boring after the bottom. I mean, where are we with with some of these altcoins? If you look at the Wall Street Psychology cheat sheet, you know, let me pull that up, because, you know, with Bitcoin, it's a lot easier to say that move to 98K was the complacency bounce. So now I would say we're somewhere with this is with Bitcoin. With altcoins, it's way worse. I would say we're either in anxiety or denial. There's still panic. There's still capitulation. Maybe we're in panic. You could talk me into panic, but you know what comes after panic is just extreme boredom and then depression and lower prices. I would just DCA Bitcoin until Bitcoin decides to move up. 100%. We are below the previous cycle peak. If you DCA Bitcoin right now, no problem. No problem. Yes, I think Bitcoin's going lower, but hey, listen, I could be wrong. Maybe today is the bottom. I don't think so. But like DCAing Bitcoin under the previous cycle top, if you did that in 2022, you would have gotten at least a 6x. Okay, that's a yes. All right, thumbs up. Did we zoom by euphoria? I mean, there really wasn't euphoria. But like you look at, there's a lot of charts that you look, if you look at those charts, you can see the Wall Street psychology cheat sheet chart, like overlaid with a lot of those altcoins, even though it didn't feel like euphoria. Cannot shake the feeling that something is off since 1010. There's always something in the back of my mind. I read a post on X yesterday that you could take it one of two ways. It was basically like, VCs are gone. Nobody wants to build in crypto. Nobody wants to invest in crypto. And so you take that, you can take that as one of two things. One, that's a good thing. The froth is gone. People don't see crypto as a get rich quick scheme. Or two, we are right now going through the .com burst of crypto. And if you remember what happened with like Amazon during the .com bust, even though Amazon was a great company to invest in, Amazon went from $100 a share to $4 a share. So, or maybe it's a combination of those things. I mean, cryptos are already down 90%, but they can go down another 90%. Total crypto market at the 200 weekly EMA and Bitcoin. Thank you, and NFA acknowledged. Definitely not panic. We are in denial. People are still saying DCA on Reddit. Yeah, maybe airdrop farm. Nice of you to admit that you could be wrong. Listen, guys, I just try to be less wrong than everyone else. In some way, can you think about this? Can you win? Can you be right 55% of the time? If you can be right in your trades and you're investing 55% of the time and you're disciplined and not emotional, then you can end up being a king, living like a king. That's all that I try to do. People are like, "Oh, you're so wrong. You were wrong about that thing." Yes, I was. But I was less wrong than a lot of other people. So, is it worth it to average out my price on Echelon Prime and Superverse? Oh gosh. Man, I'm sorry, fake pandemic. Those are two that I actually had some hope for. I mean, okay, I'm looking at Superverse. It's right back down to its bear market bottom last cycle. I don't know about their tokenomics. You're right, 60% of the time. I'll take that shake. Echelon Prime. Echelon Prime's below its 2023 bottom. It launched in 2023. I just know I can't say yes to even now. Some of these cryptos may never come back. You're just buying something that is going to go to zero. All right, if portfolio is 50% down, I see your question on TikTok and on YouTube. Better to sell now and buy in a few months or ride it out. It depends on what's in the portfolio. If it's like blue chips, then hold on at this point. not financial advice. If it's a bunch of trash, you know, because you bought LCX because somebody told you it was going to $50, I'd just be like, well, I don't want that. Even now, I don't want that in my portfolio. But if you have like $5 of LCX, I just hold on to it. That's just an example. Still have faith in vet, yes, absolutely vet. Algorand, have faith in that. I'm interested in ISOs. I'm definitely interested in Algorand. Do you think VeChain will reach 50 cents this year or next? No. Isn't the price action to the downside way faster than it should be in a bear market? Can we bottom out in Q1 2026? We could. Yeah. We could. I've been saying Q2. It might be Q1. You sell all your crypto. I sold a large majority of my crypto on October 17th. I announced that on X. I mean, guys, think about this. Here's some hopium. You know, somebody commented on my YouTube channel, just kind of like, duh, this is how it's always been. And he's talked about 3-year cycles, believe it or not. And I was listening to this guy thinking he was talking about 4-year cycles, and I was like, you're stupid. But then he was talking about 3-year cycles. And just think about that. All right, 2018, January of 2018 into February was the peak of alt season. That's when we had euphoria. Fast forward to April, May of 2021. That was the peak of euphoria, a little over 3 years later. Fast forward to like February, March, April of 2024. I would say that was, if there was any euphoria, which that wasn't really euphoria, but if there was anything that we would label as euphoria, I would say that. 3-year cycles. So what does that mean? I mean, you guys should already know I'm super bullish for 2027. But, you know, I mean, it's February of 2026. We still have time. If we do not close above previous all-time high, we will dump quickly. Fine. I mean, we've already been dumping quickly. What's a little more dump or a lot more dump? Let's just dump even more. But I do have that as a point of support. I do think that we will have a weekly close above the previous all-time high this week. Do you still think Cat's still strong? Yes, at some point. So 4-year have changed to 3-year cycles? No, not necessarily. It was just some food for thought. And maybe for altcoins, it actually is every 3 years. All right, Solana, Sui, and Doge. You know what? I would sell my Sui and try to buy back later, lower, and I would probably sell a little bit of Solana. I'd hold on to Doge. No one knows anything. Yeah, we've already talked about that. Welcome to the club, devil. Thoughts for next cycle? I think next cycle is going to be a lot more normal in the fact that I think altcoins are actually going to do well. Watch my most recent video. You guys know, most of you who've been here, you know that that I was not calling for alt season in 2025. So I do believe next time around there will be an alt season, and that it will be sooner rather than later. It will be before the next halving. How's he project doing? I'm still holding a bag. I'm still here, man. I'm accumulating. I'm waiting for Solana to bottom out, and I'm going to accumulate a lot. When the Clarity Act passes, will there still be a bump that we should wait before selling? I don't know. I mean, when's the Clarity Act going to pass? I really, we've been talking about the Clarity Act for like 2 years now. I don't know. What's your X account? At WW Bitcoin. So it's over. Cody, it's so over that we might be done being over sooner rather than later. %60 is not much better than the coin flip. Apostle Machinery, basic math. Are you Crypto Machinery but with a different name? Just do some basic math. 60 if you win 60% of the time, you are a world-class trader. You just got to understand how that works. All right, let's see. Trade the market you have, not the market you want. Sounds good to me. Idea for you, have your YouTube channel name on TikTok wall. More people will know. No, TikTok doesn't like it. They'll ban my live stream. Highly speculative right now. I think we're getting close to the bottom. All right. Alex, you think it's a good idea to sell Bitcoin, buy again later? No. The time to have sold your Bitcoin was in October. Not right now. Thoughts on Vitalik selling ETH? I mean, is that I'm assuming that's not his first time ever selling ETH, you know? I wouldn't read too much into it. Just because he's some kind of genius programmer doesn't mean he's a genius trader. I don't think that means that Ethereum he thinks Ethereum's done. Do you have a price prediction for Uniswap 2026? No. You know, where's it going to bottom? Do you think ETH will go below $1,000? It could. If so, I'm interested. But I have a bottom around 1,700, but like we've gotten to 1,900, so maybe it'll go lower than that. Do you think XRP is going under $1 for a while? I think it's going under $1. I don't know for how long. Love that response. No idea. No idea what response you're referring to, but cool. Calvin Hills is still saying we're in a bull as of last night. He's wrong. Let's see. Do you think... All right, answered that. Down bad on Sui and AVAX. Sorry, man. STRD? Ugh. I have no idea what this is, Flow Bro. Why would you want to swing trade this? I don't know, man. Uncle Sam is the sure winner. Yeah. A lot of influencers said XRP would never see $2 again. And at the same time, I said, at that same time, I said we'd see XRP under $1. While they were saying we wouldn't see XRP under $2, I had been saying, and I got a lot of hate for that we would see XRP under $1 again. What do you think of alts recovery this summer? No, I think alts. I think alts will be higher than wherever the bottom is, but there will still be a lot of uncertainty. People thinking we're going lower. Can you look at DOT? Is it making lower lows, and is the RSI going up? Polkadot. Polkadot is so cooked. Now let me back up from that. All right, Polkadot's at $1.31. It's on this day again at its all-time low price. What about RSI? RSI is very low, but I mean, like, when has Polkadot's RSI ever been actually decent? So, yeah, MSTR dividend stock. I mean, I saw the chart, Flow Bro. I'd be interested in Polkadot under 50 cents, not at $1.31. ZK Sync and Zcash, my picks for the next bull market, and XRP, obviously. All right. You know, Zcash has a long way to go down still, so I wouldn't touch it now. I know nothing about ZK Sync. Yeah, yes, Daba, I will tell you the moment I start buying alts again. But, you know, when things were bullish, I got a lot of questions. Hey, Alex, will you tell us the moment you sell your altcoins? And so I did. I told you guys. I told you the day. I told you when I sold my altcoins. It was October 17th. And so it's the same thing. I think the same thing's going to happen on the other side of that. I'll tell you when I start buying again, like heavily. But will you buy? And not that I'm going to get it perfectly, you know? But like, Because I think what's going to happen is a lot of people are just going to be like, no, we're going so much lower. Crypto's dead forever. Why you're so stupid for buying right now? I'm like, I'm not trying to get the exact bottom. I was lucky in 2022 to nail it within 24 hours. I was lucky in 2024 to nail the peak both times. But I didn't nail it perfectly in 2025. I might not nail it in 2026. Puts the cry in crypto. Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, I love you guys. Some of you, I love you. I have a hard time figuring out when you're on. Cryptoverse, thanks for the follow. I am, I'm on Tuesdays and Thursdays around this time. Bro, hands down, I'm buying when you tell us to buy and document on TikTok. Listen, I'm not telling you to buy. I'm saying when I'm buying. Winning is in the house. How much are you down? Are you talking about me? I mean, listen, yeah, 2025 was a down year for me. But like I won so much in 2024 that those gains have been locked in. I mean, unfortunately, it costs a lot of money to provide for my family, so I guess I'm down. Lincoln AVAX goodbyes at bottom. Those are fine, yeah. I have a question. When do you think we will get a bull run? 2027. Well, no, I again, as crazy as it sounds, I think we will remember 2026 as a good year, as a better than expected year. A lot of people saying it's a bear market. That's going to be a bear market for the whole year. I disagree with that. But 2027, I think, is going to be, Bitcoin is going to blow beyond its previous all-time high. The total crypto market cap, a lot of altcoins are going to blow by their previous all-time highs, in my opinion. Well, no, sorry. Let me back up. Some altcoins, not a lot of them. Some altcoins are straight up dead. Do you think Crow is good for accumulation for a year? Yeah, I think Crow's fine. I've been holding for 3 to 4 years. What's another year? Yeah. Thoughts on when to buy meme coins? Meme coins are going to flatline for a very long time. I would wait until 2027 for meme coins, for most meme coins. New ones will always do things, but the like Dogecoin, if you look at Dogecoin and Shiba Inu, they ripped really hard in early 2024. But they didn't rip Bitcoin was making sick gains. Dogecoin didn't make a violent move until the last week of February in 2024, and then we peaked a month later. Huh. And then, Dogecoin made another run and at the end of 2024 got up to a 618 retrace. So Dogecoin, a lot of those meme coins are just going to be pretty flat, not even worth touching until right before, that moment where it just feels like things are building and building and building. At that moment, Dogecoin will explode, and a lot of those meme coins will explode. So you have a lot of time for meme coins. Is VRA done? Yeah. VRA is so done. Hopefully we will not stop making videos when everything will be very boring. I hope not. I'm hoping that I don't. I'm not really making all that much from crypto right now. That's the thing. Do I have the time? Which alts do you think are dead? The ones that were created, by and large, most of the ones that were created between the previous bear market and 2024, 2025, those new utility ones, they're all scams. 99% of them are scams. Some of them are okay. Like Sui's fine. But a lot of those, they're never coming back. Like Celestia, Pump Fund will be a good one once meme starts taking off. Yeah, I agree with you on that. They make a lot of money. What about He? Same deal. I mean, listen, I'm always going to be accumulating He. I want as much of the supply as possible. But He will rip really hard at the proper time. This is the beginning of the cleansing. Good. I'm dirty. I need to be cleansed. Would you open a low leverage long on Bitcoin here? I'm tempted, but it's difficult. Because again, the 200-week moving average, we're below the previous cycle top. For this week, that looks to me like it would just be a wick. Do you have any viewer count on the lives on the bottom signal, like 1,000 was a top signal? Not necessarily. It'll bottom out under 100 for a while, and it'll just stay there. What about ICP? ICP still has, I still have some hope for ICP. How about Tau in 2026? Tau is one of the few, that I'd be okay accumulating. But I think it's going lower short term. Is VET good now? Will tank more? I just in general think everything's going down a little bit more, or for some a lot more. So yeah, I mean I'm okay buying VET. I have some VET right now. I bought some in 2026. I'm down on it for sure. But like this seems like a good value to me. All right, guys, I'm about done. I'm sorry. I might go live later today. You think Ondo Pendle is out? Pendle existed in 2021. I think Ondo is one of the few that will hang on. He market cap, I think it's like 280 something, 280,000. Zebek, thumbs up to Zebek. Quant XLM, thumbs up. Do you think Bitcoin's going lower in the next 2 weeks? I mean, I don't know about that short of a time frame, but I do think that we're not done bottoming. I think we have one more move down. Maybe I'm saying the 200-week moving average right now, the 200-week SMA. That's at 58,000 right now, but it might rise over the next few weeks. All right, guys, I'm sorry. I might go live later today. This is a good time to be going live to just Matic. I wouldn't touch Matic. Matic might be done. Who knows? Actually, no. I'll probably buy some at some point. It's under 10 cents. It's just where's the bottom for this? There's no end in sight, it seems. Thank you, guys. What stocks are you accumulating while stocks are down? I don't know. I mean, I haven't been really accumulating all that much, just holding on to what I have, unfortunately. I will say oil stocks, oil's going higher, man. It's just, that's more like a 5-year thing. Yeah, OIH is one. I'm tempted to just sell everything and buy OIH, honestly, or WTI. Maybe I'll stick with OIH. So, all right, that's it. I'm hungry. Haven't had lunch yet. So, I'll see you next time.